So I guess you're wondering why we're here. EDC Plus. What exactly is EDC Plus? I think most of us know what EDC is. EDC is the items you everyday carry in your pockets. Something you have on you at any given time. And yes, these items do stick with me all day long, wherever I go, as long as I'm not going to an airport. But I do not smoke. I've never smoked in my life, but I do keep a lighter with me. They're very handy. I am a electrician, a machine electrician. I work on electrical stuff all day. I can use this for heat shrink. I can use it to, melt the ends of a piece of paracord that maybe I'm working on in the garage. Or I can light a fire with it when I'm out in the woods. So like I said, I've never smoked a day in my life, but I do keep a lighter with me at all times. Okay, so what's EDC Plus? EDC Plus, in my opinion, is something that we each need to keep with us when we're doing something extra. The plus, that's where the plus comes in. Anytime we're in the woods, on the water, or on the trail hiking, anytime we're out fishing, hunting, whatever, I think there's certain pieces of gear that, for one, we can't have too many of. The old saying is, one is none, two is one. Well, that definitely applies when you're in the outdoors. And that's what we're going to talk about today, EDC Plus gear. What is EDC Plus? Well, EDC Plus, in my opinion, you saw I have a Swiss Army knife, an SAK. I have a flashlight. Well, EDC Plus in my mind is this times two, these items times two. We need to keep some type of tools with us anytime we're anywhere in the outdoors, whether it's fishing or anything. Out on our kayaks, you never know when you're going to need some basic tools. Now, like I said, I make my living using electrician's tools every day. Therefore, I need tools at work. Well, guess what? Just like I need tools at work, you may very well need tools out on the water, in the woods, on the trail, or in the field. So let's talk a little bit about what my EDC Plus is. And some of them you're probably not going to be surprised about. Others might kind of catch you by surprise. Now what I do, I keep my EDC Plus kit in my pack, or in my kayak, in my dry bag, wherever I'm at. And I use one of these little night eyes pockets, as they call it, to keep my EDC Plus gear in. My first item of EDC Plus gear is my Leatherman wave tool. This not only gives me the same tools that I have on my Swiss Army knife, but it also gives me a pair of pliers, and it gives me extra screwdrivers, extra scissors, extra saw blades, the extra stuff. This is, like I said, one is none, two is one. That's what you need to keep in mind. Just because you have one, what if you lose that one? What if your kayak turns over and the stuff that you have in your pocket, you get lost? It gets lost. It goes out of your pocket, you never see it again. So, or out on the trail, say you stumble and fall. Oh, by the way, if you're stuck around to this point, speaking of stumbling and falling, if you'll stick around to the end of this video, I'll show you something really funny. Stick around to the end though, that's where you're going to find it. I mean, it's funny. I'll take one for the team on this one, so stick around. Well, like I said, keep you some type of tool, such as a Leatherman, a Gerber, a SOG tool, just whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be a Leatherman, but some type of pliers, along with maybe another set of screwdrivers. And to be in all honesty, it wouldn't hurt anything to carry an actual small tool kit. Now granted, I know you don't want to carry something really heavy when you're out on the trail. That's why a kit like this is ideal. If you're on a kayak, it's not quite as critical. You've got a little more room to carry some extra gear. Maybe carry you a small you know, zip up toolkit on your kayak. But this is my preferred method. I like to keep an extra screwdriver of some type. Now in this case, this is switchable, and we go back to the saying, 1 is none, 2 is 1, and then 3 is for me, is the way the saying goes. So having an extra screwdriver is not going to hurt anything at all. And as you well probably know this already, the screwdrivers on the Swiss Army knife and on the Leatherman tool are very short and stubby. This is a little longer. This is this is going to get you into places that the screwdrivers on your Swiss Army knife and your Leatherman tool or Gerber tool is not going to get you. And you already saw I keep a flashlight in my pocket. Also like to keep an extra flashlight in my EDC Plus kit. Looks like I probably need to change the batteries on this one before long because it is looking kind of dim. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. This is a simple mag light. You know, everybody used to have a mag light. Most people don't. I don't know if they keep them much anymore, but a lot of people had mag lights back in the day. And there's 2 other things I recommend keeping. I recommend keeping a notepad. I also recommend keeping an ink pen. And when I say ink pen, I don't mean just any old pen, because obviously the cheap pens, you know, they get to the point they won't write. They get to the, you know, they leak really bad and that type of stuff. I would get me a little bit more durable pen. Now this particular one is by the Atomic Bear. I purchased this on Amazon. You can get this one on Amazon, or there's others out there. This Atomic Bear is one that I particularly like. It's very, it's heavy, you know. And I know, once again, we're talking about weight being a factor, but this isn't heavy enough to make that big of a difference. This can be a tool in itself. You know, this tool right here, this ink pen, you can use this for digging. You know, say you're out in the wintertime, it's got a glass breaker on the end of it. You can actually use that to chip ice. You can use it to you know, to actually start a hole in wood. If you need to bore a small hole in wood, you could use it for that. The end comes off, and you have the ink pen. So like I said, this is my EDC items. If you're interested in any of these, there will be a link in the comments below. But keep in mind, this type of stuff is an investment. It's not something you're going to throw away. This is a very handy item. It can be used for a lot of different things. It in itself is a tool. And with that and a good notepad, say you're lost, or say you have to leave camp and someone's expecting to meet you, say you had an emergency or something, you can leave a note for someone. And this is the same kit that I use whenever I'm out with search and rescue. I have the Ride in the Rain notepad, I have this pen, I have my Leatherman tool, I have my extra flashlight, my screwdriver. This is, like I said, this is all your EDC Plus gear. This is stuff that will definitely be invaluable to you when you need it.